but yet again, it was a pretty cold day, and the cold air, it ain't going anywhere anytime soon. It's going to be very cold here for about the next 4 to 5 days. Maybe not quite as cold as we get into day 7, but we'll talk about that more here in your 7-day forecast coming up in a minute. Do have a weather authority alert day going through Sunday with the big weather story kind of the bottom bar. More snow is likely for us here as we go Friday into Saturday night. Well, we're going to talk much more about that coming up here in a minute. But we're also going to be dealing with some brutal wind chills again, or feel-like temperatures again here pretty soon, especially as we go Saturday night into Sunday morning as a dangerous cold has set in and it's not really retreating. All right, let's talk about the winter weather alerts. They go into effect at 7 a.m. Friday, scheduled to expire at 1 p.m. on Sunday. In pink, those are winter storm warnings, and in blue, those are winter storm watches. And as we look now at what we're expecting as far as snowfall is concerned, first and foremost, this is going to be all snow. Okay, this next winter storm is all snow for us. The last several storms we've had some warm air aloft, which has changed the snow over to sleet, and in some cases freezing rain. Not the case this time. It's cold all through the column. Top to bottom, it's very, very cold. Okay, so this is snow, and it's going to be a fluffy snow. Okay? Now, as far as snowfall forecast is concerned, areas in light blue, that includes the highlands, we're going a coating to 2 inches. Okay? In purple, that's kind of the middle part of our viewing area. That includes Parisburg, Christiansburg, Dublin, Roanoke, Salem, Bedford, Lynchburg, Amherst, Appomattox. That's where we're looking at 2 to 5 inches of snow. And then it looks like kind of those jackpot totals are going to be further south. This includes Independence, Galax, Stewart, Martinsville, Danville, South Boston. Areas in this dark blue, that's where we're looking at 3 to 7 inches of snow. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit of a different storm system. Okay, the last one, last weekend, kind of formed over Texas. This one is kind of forming closer to Florida. So this one's coming from the south to the north as opposed to the southwest to the northeast. So this is going to be just snow for us. And this is also going to be the type of system, and this is very important, we're going to see more snow south, less snow north. Okay? So you're going to see more snow in Danville and in South Boston than you are in Hot Springs and Covington and Lexington. Okay? More snow south, less snow north. And if I were to pick one zone that will probably see the most snow, it will probably be south side. At least that's the way it looks at this point. Maybe extreme western parts of the NRV as well. So again, light blue, coating to 2, purple, 2 to 5, dark blue, 3 to 7. More snow south, less snow north. All right, let's talk about the winter worries. And snow is going to be pretty widespread. It's not really going to be all that heavy, but we do think that there'll be some bouts of some moderate snow. I think this starts out tomorrow likely as light snow, maybe even flurries and snow showers to start the event, especially as you go towards the NRV. And this could start in the NRV as soon as late morning or lunchtime tomorrow. But I'm looking at the heaviest of the snow, likely moving in. And again, when I'm talking heaviest of the snow, we're talking like moderate snow. I think it will be midnight tomorrow night through about noon on Saturday. Okay? Maybe a little bit after midnight tomorrow night, and maybe it will last a little bit beyond noon on Saturday. But again, this is mainly a Friday night, Saturday event, ending Saturday evening or Saturday night. Okay? So again, heaviest of the snow from about midnight tomorrow night, maybe soon thereafter, through about noon on Saturday or soon thereafter. So the heaviest of the snow, and it's moderate snow we're looking at, I think, for the most part, will last for about 12 hours. Icing potential, there's not going to be much of that, but you got to keep in mind that this is going to be fresh snowfall already on potentially some icy secondary roads. So the icing potential is still there. It's not just going to be ice falling from the sky. Okay, the roads as we go into Saturday going to be covered in snow, but on the base there could still be some ice due to the fact that we had a winter storm not too long ago. So the roads are going to be slick again. Power outages I'm not terribly concerned with because I don't think we see a lot of ice. Freezing rain tends to kind of solidify and stick to power lines more than any other type of precipitation. This is a kind of a fluffy snow. Okay, so I don't expect a whole lot of power outages. Anytime there's snow, there could be some, but I don't think it's going to be a widespread issue. All right, as far as cold weather alerts, as this little disturbance moves through here, it's going to provide us more in the way of cold air. Okay, so behind this winter storm that we have tomorrow into Saturday into Saturday night behind it, we're going to turn really, really cold again. Therefore, we have cold weather. The time on this is not right. Actually, it's from Saturday night into Sunday morning. Okay, so it's not 7 p.m. Tuesday to 11 a.m. Wednesday. That was the last extreme cold morning. But this one is going to be from Saturday night into Sunday morning. Okay, and it's for everybody. Everybody Saturday night into Sunday morning is under an extreme cold warning. That's where we could, again, have wind chills maybe 20 below zero. Those are feel-like temperatures, maybe 20 below zero as we go into Sunday morning in the mountains. Let's talk about future wind chill. And you'll notice as we go into tomorrow morning, it's going to feel more like the single digits for the most part, maybe a couple areas feeling a little below zero, but tomorrow morning isn't going to feel as bad as Sunday morning. Let's continue into time. This is going to go all the way into Sunday morning, and at that point, we're looking at wind chills, maybe 20 below zero in portions of the Highlands and New River Valley. Across the Roanoke Valley, 5 to 10 below could feel like the single digits, or perhaps even a little bit below zero in areas, say, in Lynchburg and Southside. One thing I will tell you, and why we're going to see a little bit of a difference in wind chills depending on location, are the winds that we feel are going to be stronger in the mountains. It's also going to be colder in the mountains. So because you're going to be colder in the mountains and breezier or windier in the mountains come Saturday night into Sunday morning, your wind chills are going to feel more frigid than those further to the east. But everybody's going to feel miserable Saturday night into Sunday morning. It's just going to feel really, really, really cold. All right, friends, let's talk about the radar. Right now, we're dry. We're going to stay dry all night, so no weather worries tonight, although we are starting to see those clouds thickening. We started to see a few more clouds close to sunset tonight, and those clouds are thickening just a little bit right now. As far as the big picture is concerned, you'll notice that we do have a few snow showers up to the north and to the west of us, but otherwise it's pretty quiet outside for us right now. And Futurecast does show that we're going to have a better chance for some snow showers and flurries going into tomorrow. Okay, so I think as we awaken tomorrow morning, we should be, for the most part, pretty dry. Okay. However, as soon as 10, 11, noon maybe, it looks like we're going to start to see some flurries and or snow showers, mainly towards the southern highlands and also into the New River Valley. Okay, I think the NRV will probably be the area most impacted by these flurries and snow showers come tomorrow around lunchtime. And then later tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening, slowly but surely, we're going to start to see that snow become a little more widespread. Okay, such that by the time we get to midnight tomorrow night, many of us, maybe not all of us, many of us will be dealing with some snow, and that chance for snow will certainly linger as we go into Saturday morning, if not even into Saturday afternoon. But again, notice the Highlands not going to see a lot. This could be the type of thing where you folks in Monterey and Hot Springs get 0 to 1 inch of snow. Further south, closer to the North Carolina border, that's where we're going to see 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 inches of snow. Okay, so further south, more snow. Further north, less snow. Certainly looks like the worst of the weather with this coastal low going to be east and south of us. I expect areas towards eastern North Carolina to see more snow than us, and that doesn't happen. I lived there. I worked there. That was my first job in TV. I lived in Greenville, North Carolina for 2.5 years and saw one little storm system that brought us 2 or 3 flurries. That was it. This is a big deal for eastern North Carolina, and they're going to see more snow than what we're going to be seeing here. Okay, so this is a big event for areas in eastern North and maybe even in eastern parts of South Carolina. But for us, again, this is going to be all snow, and it looks to start for some of us as soon as around lunchtime tomorrow, but it certainly becomes a little more widespread, and I think the snow becomes a little bit heavier Friday night into the day on Saturday. So Saturday is snowier than tomorrow. Temperatures right now, 10 in Hot Springs, 13 Pulaski, 17 Withville, 25 in Roanoke. It's 23 in Lynchburg, in the upper teens right now in Martinsville, 21 in Danville. Temperatures tomorrow going to be colder than average, really all across the eastern seaboard. I've said this many, many times here in the last couple of weeks. We are not alone. We are in good company. It's going to be quite cold from Maine down to Florida, all the way west into New Mexico, north into the Dakotas. Okay, the only places that are going to be warm tomorrow is like the Pacific Northwest, south to California, towards Utah. Okay, Salt Lake City is going to be warm tomorrow. Las Vegas is going to be warm tomorrow. Portland is going to be warm tomorrow. But you'll notice how much of this country right now is in that blue color. Lots and lots and lots of us, including the Commonwealth. High temperatures tomorrow: Roanoke 27, Lynchburg 26, Blacksburg 25, Danville Southside 29. That puts us 17 to 21 degrees below average for this time of year. And here's the deal. Yes, mid to late next week we will be in the mid to upper 30s, maybe even touching 40 in a couple of locations. However, I don't expect us to get much warmer than that. I think temperatures are going to be below average here for the better part of the next 2 weeks. Okay, again, we may not be as cold as we will be this weekend, but the ongoing trend is for us to still be a little bit colder than average. Okay, so again, slight warm up next week, but even if we hit 40 one day next week, and that's questionable, that's still below average for this time of year. Your forecast for tonight: 15, clouds thicken, we're very, very cold. And then again, tomorrow, we're only looking at highs in the mid to upper 20s, mostly cloudy, cold, and some snow showers will form. During the daylight hours tomorrow, I think most of what we see will be light. Okay? Then that sun goes down, and when the sun goes down, I think the snow will slowly but surely become a little more widespread and potentially a little bit heavier tomorrow night, especially into Saturday. Okay? I think Saturday morning might actually be when we see the heaviest of the snow, and even then I think it's going to be moderate snow. In addition to that, there will be some breaks in the precipitation. I don't think we're going to have one enormous snow shield coming through. I think there will be breaks in the precipitation. But again, it starts as flurries and snow showers, mainly in the NRV, around lunchtime tomorrow, maybe soon before that. But it looks like the snow will become a little more commonplace Friday night into Saturday. Saturday is snowier than tomorrow. I will say that again. All right, here we go. 22 on Saturday. Low Saturday night, 10. High on Sunday, 24. Overnight low Sunday night, 10. Then we climb up into about 36 to 39 as we go Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I think we see increasing sunshine on Sunday. I think Monday's dry. Tuesday, clouds thicken, maybe a couple of sprinkles or flurries later in the day. And then Wednesday is our next day to watch. Right now, it looks like we'll have the chance for some snow showers, maybe mixing in with some rain showers from time to time. So I think there will be some scattered light rain and or snow showers on Wednesday, may linger into early Thursday before coming to an end. All right, friends, current time is 10:12. We'll be back here in a little bit more than 45 minutes from now with our 11 o'clock newscast on WSLS 10. We do hope to see you then, but if we don't, I hope everybody has a great night. And for the second straight weekend, we're going to be dealing with wintry weather around here. And again, we're going to see more snow south, less snow north with the storm system pushing in, and it's going to be all snow this go around. Have a great night, friends.